Down to the Tone Show Nunez, and today we have a special review of Van Helsing, Season 4, Episode 5,
Liberty or Death.
So Liberty or Death is stuff full of reveals. We got surprises out the vampire wazoo. First off though, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. Please make sure to hit that like button. It makes the YouTube algorithm gods very happy, which in turn makes the Tone Show happy. We got the 1-2 director writer punch back here. We got Jackie Gould directing this one and writer Jackie May returning for this one. We just enjoyed their work on Broken Promises this season and they're back for more. I was right, I knew it. Violet and Jack are black tech experiment. Turns out that Dylan was not Vanessa's only child, well technically. Vanessa and Scarlett, because both of them had their eggs harvested unknown to them by that scientist woman who tried to pass herself off as the mother of Vanessa at the mountain. This all happened when they were little girls at the research facility before the boss, Vanessa and Scarlett's mother, could break them both out. So those eggs were fertilized with donor sperm from military men. That explains why Violet and Jack are not dead ringers for Vanessa and Scarlett, and it's a pretty cool way that the show brought in some diversity. I give Van Helsing a lot of points already for inclusivity, and I give it even more points and more kudos for diversity. I was also on the money when I threw in the fact that Hansen, last episode that we reviewed, was possibly a vampire, right? Because he sensed the Oracle, Michaela, and Sam when they showed up. He's possibly an elder, that's what I'm thinking. That turned out to be true, that was completely true. Not only is Hansen a vampire, he's a powerful one at that. We didn't get to see his true form, but he teased at it, right? His name is Willem, and he's behind the mountain and the experiments that were going on with Vanessa and Scarlett when they were little girls. And he's also behind giving Vanessa and Scarlett powers when he told those scientists to play with the blood of the Dark One. He also created Daywalkers, and he also gave humans their healing factor. Man, this guy did it all. And it turns out the reason he gave humans a healing factor is so they could heal, and they could be a food supply that could last on forever, basically. So you have one human that could feed you for a lifetime. Before they would have to kill one human and kill another human, and these fragile humans keep dying. But now with a healing factor, they basically have an endless supply of blood. So that's what Hansen is up to with creating these experiments. We also found out that the reason that he made the Van Helsing twins, that's what I'm calling Jack and Violet, was because you need a Van Helsing sacrifice to release the Dark One. Remember that the Van Helsing Elder was created when they tried to encase the Dark One before, and even Scarlett had to sacrifice herself. So there's a lot of Van Helsing sacrifices that have to occur to open and close things. It looks like they need the blood of Van Helsing to unleash the Dark One, and that's why he made the twins. And he made two because he said, hey, an heir and a spare. So this way he has 1 and 2, a backup Van Helsing just in case. Violet in this episode found out everything we just discussed when she walked in on her father and Team Oracle making a human buffet out of Avery. Avery was the administrator who appeared to be running the facility which they were at, and she discovered that Helsing was up to these experiments and looks like she called Black Tech on him. And when he found out, he made basically a human barbecue out of her for his guests. Violet escaped when she found this out. She has Sam hot on her trail. Sam probably thinks he can follow her back to Vanessa. We also found out that the warden of the prison, Max, is also enhanced. And I'm saying enhanced because it seemed weird to me that he was so fascinated with Flesh's healing ability and how much he could take. Meanwhile, he appears to have the same ability. He could do the same party trick. Even when Jolene shot him in the head, I was really shocked because I thought he was going to stick around for all season, and then I was even more shocked when he appeared again alive. So unless he was a vampire who got turned by Vanessa and anointed him, he has this healing factor. I don't know what to think of him. I was kind of shocked about that. Also, if the warden got the drop on the group, and it appeared he did, and he might have still have some guards, why did he flee with Flesh's new family? Flesh did not know he had a son. He found out this episode that he had a son with his wife. Looks like she kept him a secret because she was scared that he would probably kill him like he killed his other children. Turns out that he was also unhappy in their marriage before, so she blames it all on him. Flesh now has to chase his wife and Max, who took them. I don't know why Max took them. Looked like he had the jail still under control. He could have stayed there, but for some reason he headed out east. Looks like he's been sending supplies out east, so the Warden is up to something. And Flesh and Axel are back at it. They're back together. They're gonna track down Max and hopefully get Flesh's family back. We didn't see what Vanessa was doing this episode, and we didn't see what Jack are up to. Hopefully they're trying to track down the gate. And also Julius, we didn't see in this episode either. Julius is probably trying to find Doc and Violet, so we didn't catch up on either of them. So what did you think about Liberty or Death? Put it in the comments. And as always, guys, this is the Tone Show and Sloan Show, and we want to wish you a very what?
Happy Halloween.
Tone Show and Sloan Show, we are. Ow!